not cry. He is not, I'm serious.
He's crying.
Way like he's the victim.
You crazy, disrespect my wife.
You should have stepped up and got Taylor out of here right when she did that to my wife. You don't respect me.
Oh my God,
you took
dude.
my money and
Let me tell you something, dude.
This is down the you.
This place is down because I brought you on.
Really? What the are you talking about?
These guys are horrific. It's getting worse by the second.
I take care of this place. Financially, it's all me. Financially, it's all me.
Not before I got here. You want the bad side of me? Now you're gonna get it.
In 2010, Chris Sarrett and Mitch Watson, classically trained chefs and best friends, decided to go into business together and open the Hammer.
Chris and I kind of had a similar upbringing in life. We just hit it off and figured, let's go for it.
Located in an industrial area, 1 mile from the Las Vegas Strip, the Hammer quickly became the after-work watering hole for local blue-collar workers.
We were making about $25,000 a month.
I own roughly about 35%. My position is chef, general manager, janitor, and basically anything that needs to be done around here.
But in 2011, a severe case of pneumonia landed Mitch in the hospital.
I got really sick. I was out of work for about 3-4 months. Almost lost my life.
Chris struggled to manage the bar on his own.
I was trying to do everything myself.
Crazy.
I couldn't keep up with it.
When Mitch was gone, Chris partied a lot more too because he was here all the time.
When Mitch returned to the bar, he was welcomed with a slew of problems.
When I came back, I found out we got behind on the rent. Power gets turned off. It's a completely different place than when I left it.
I really did my best to try to keep things running. Yet, I don't think he was thankful.
Now that classically trained chefs are more focused on their shattered relationship,
Mitch and I were very, very good friends, and I feel now that we're not such good friends, and that's hard to accept.
Chris and I have gotten into many yelling matches. I have actually picked up a chair and thrown it across the room at him. Unfortunately, I missed. My aim was off that day.
and the Hammer is months away from closing for good.
We're currently in debt here about $200,000.
So Chris reached out to Jon Taffer by writing him a letter.
I was surprised how much emotion that actually came out on paper that I never displayed verbally to Mitch.
Before the Hammer gets its final blow, these trained chefs have agreed to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help to Bar Rescue.
So that's Chris, the owner, blowing that cloud of smoke. Think about this. Chris wrote me an emotional letter expressing the problems with the bar, but look at him. He's sitting on his ass. Mitch is over here washing dishes. He's sitting outside drinking and smoking.
He should be ashamed of himself.
I'm gonna try the nachos.
We have no oven, so we have no nachos.
What do you guys have?
We have the fryer and we have the flat top.
These guys are chefs and all they have is the fryer and a flat top.
I'll try the catfish and french fries, please.
Look at this, he's frying catfish and fries in the same fryer. I'm guessing they have only one fryer.
I don't care if these guys had one knife and one flame, they could still make great food.
Of course they can, as long as they design their menu around the equipment they have.
Fries, they taste like fish.
It tasted a little fishy.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
These are 3 trained chefs. It's a disgrace that these guys spent money on their education, and this is how they follow through with it.
Would you want to sit there, that guy blowing smoke at you while you're eating?
Absolutely not.
So I'm going to get him off his ass one way or the other.
Good luck, John.
I've got a bar that's serving warm beer. They're not serving it properly. Chefs that don't care about the product they're putting out, and an owner who took the time to write me a letter. But he's sitting on his ass as his bar goes down the tubes. I got to figure out what the hell is going on in here. Chris.
Mr. Taffer, how are you, sir?
Good, John, please. Good to meet you. I was hoping I could grab you guys. Maybe we can go in the back, talk for a few minutes. Well, I want to start by learning about what's going on here. You guys are partners. Mm-hmm. How is the partner distributed?
I was a majority owner through a loan that I've done through my father.
Gotcha. So your dad helped you borrow the money?
Yes.
How much did it cost you, Chris?
A little bit over 200.
And are we losing money now?
I would say within the next 6 months, we're gonna be closing the doors.
What are the things that are bothering you have to have fixed?
And let me say this. I think Mitch is an extremely hard worker when he's here, and I think that...
You know that's not what you wrote to me.
What did I write to you?
Being truthful. This is a letter that I received from you called Me and Mitch.
Okay.
Read the first one.
Well, first one is him pulling his weight in the kitchen.
My last 2 Friday, Saturday night shifts brought in about $10,000, money through the
Those were
machines.
nights that, whether you were going to be here or not, that was going to happen. I'm the one that's coming up with specials every day.
So what were the specials tonight?
We have a Louisiana thing going on tonight. We have shrimp.
Who created those specials?
I would say Jim.
Jim did that this week.
So then you lied to me.
Jim,
just want to get it straight.
Jim brought in
Did he do the specials tonight or did Jim?
Jim did.
No, he did not.
Chris is just full of He blames everything on everybody but himself, but he's sitting on his ass as his bar goes down the tubes.
I've given him menus. I've given him plenty of menus within the last year.
You have not given me any menus.
We can go to the office and print them up right now.
You can go print them up all you like.
These guys are partners, and they're sitting next to each other, incapable of communicating with each other. Read that one for me.
Second one says, turn the staff against me a little bit.
Is that fair?
He's alienated himself from the staff.
How?
By not paying them.
We're not that far behind.
When I find out that he has not paid them, I...
Paid them out of your own pocket?
I have.
Not that I know of.
It seems lately Chris lies about just about everything. It's really frustrating.
Talk to me. Tell me. Spill your guts. We got to talk, right?
There's a lot of things that I do that you don't even know about.
But it's simple things. It's
issues.
filling out the checkbook correctly so I know how much money is in the account so I can know which checks have been written so I'm not writing some check that's going to go bounce and our power gets turned off. Just simple things that you've just not done at all. We don't even have a balanced checkbook.
Chris, you're running out of time. You lost your house?
I've already lost my house.
What are we doing here? The chicken in that walk-in is 44 degrees. What did he say in the kitchen? Where did he tell you to put that chicken?
In the reach-in?
He told you to put it in the reach-in in the back because he'll sell it anyway, won't he? Won't he?
Yep.
This guy was gonna take that chicken that would get you sick, put it back in the reach-in. I heard you say it.
I did say it, then I changed my mind. I said, dump it, it's done.
Then you changed your mind because you said what?
Throw it in the trash.
If he wasn't there having integrity, Jimmy, he would have put that in the reach-in and you would have served it tomorrow because you didn't know better.
Well.
How dare you? You sold out your customers for about $60 worth of chicken. How do you feel as a chef and an owner when he does that, Mitch?
It's wrong, it's immoral, I can't even...
Stick up for yourself, man. Tell him how you feel. You lost your house, man.
I'm at my wit's end. It's now or it's nothing. Because I have nothing. It's over. Chris and I used to be best friends. At this point, it's gonna be very hard to really gain back the trust and respect. Things will never be the same.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
When we spoke last night, I was furious at you. This guy was gonna take that chicken that would get you sick, put it back in the reach-in. I heard you say it. What did you do about it? Anything?
Well, yeah, it was a rough night for me last night, and I went home and I took that long look in the mirror. Wasn't very happy with what I saw staring back out at me. You know, maybe sometimes I was selfish and I thought that I was the only one taking this home. But now I realize that it's not just me, it's everybody. And I'd made a decision. This morning I got up and sold something that was very dear and near to me. A car that my father had given to me over 20 years ago. And so I've taken that money and I've made up a couple of envelopes here. And I wanted to make sure that everybody got their back pay right now. Becky, thank you very much. Thank you for sticking with me. I very appreciate that very much. Paul, thanks, buddy. Thanks for sticking with me, man. I appreciate that. Jim, thank you very much. Appreciate that. In this contains a certified check that I had sent to the W-2 company, and there's a confirmation that I put in an application with the payroll company. So when you get your next check, it will be an actual physical check with my signature on it. I didn't want Mitch to feel left out, so I got a little present for him as well. And it's a little picture of Mitch and I back in the day when we had smiles on our faces and we were all having a good time. We were working hard, and may it remind you of what has been and what can be. So
I haven't seen this in a long time.
I haven't seen those two things in a long time. Those smile gaps, you know?
And I want you to feel that way again soon. And I taste it, guys. It's gonna happen, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do this.
We can make it happen.
In 2009, after establishing a successful landscaping company, entrepreneur Brandon Clintworth poured $210,000 into Cashmere, a martini nightclub.
I wanted a bar, and I just fell in love with the whole scene. This is what I want to do.
The hot new club on the block, Cashmere became an instant hit.
We were doing $60,000 a month. It was a good-looking crowd. It was a fun crowd. And then all the competition came in.
Customers fled Cashmere for the newer hotspots. So Brandon hired his friend James to manage the bar and drum up new business.
I thought he could bring some energy to the bar.
James, you need to calm down.
I can do whatever I want.
James antagonized the staff
At least take an ash cup. Moron.
and left them stranded.
This is his party palace. He's more about getting drunk and DJing.
DJ Blue Steel is my DJ name. I get people hyped up.
The DJ didn't really pay attention to the people that were requesting songs.
Don't DJ at the place that you manage because you're gonna be taken as a joke.
I can do whatever I want because I'm the manager.
The only thing James managed to do was run the business off a cliff.
All in.
He does what he wants. He brings his friends in. They drink.
Just put on my tab.
This tab is 129.
Brandon doesn't reprimand him, so it continues.
I want a cigarette.
James is basically like a 40-year-old child.
Anybody listen to me tonight?
He's very emotional. It's a nightmare.
Now, Cashmere is unraveling, and Brandon is $250,000 in debt.
If things don't turn around in the next 2 months, I'll lose not only Cashmere, but my landscaping business too.
With both businesses hanging on by a thread, Brandon has agreed to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help to Bar Rescue.
What was the dirty booth?
Oh, wow.
Watch your black dress.
That's disgusting.
What is that?
There's Brandon, the owner.
I'm Brandon, by the way.
I hate y'all.
There's James. He's the manager.
Need a shot. Two.
That's the manager?
Yeah.
All in.
This guy can't sit in the bar, so he's got to sit on the bar, this guy.
Tables are for glasses, not asses.
Thank you, Phil. Good friends, good times.
Can you get them whatever they want?
Yeah, of course.
Put it on my tab.
Of course.
All bars should have a shot.
Look at this disrespectful.
All in.
Look at him holding court, sitting on the bar.
You guys have a good time?
Let's have a good time. We're drinking.
All in.
That's why we're here, right?
This guy says all in one more time. I'm gonna put my fist all in his mouth.
All in.
See, this guy doesn't manage a damn thing. He's managing his own sex life. That's about the only thing he's managing.
I'm getting a bottle of champagne.
For who?
Because I can. Just put it on my tab.
This guy, James, is giving a house away. The owner doesn't notice it.
Hey, notice me. Notice me. Dude, I'm gonna play music. We're gonna start some up in this place. All in.
It's like beyond embarrassing. I just like don't understand how you'd have someone managing your place like that.
I better go in there and go to work.
Good luck.
Brother.
Very nice to meet you.
Got a few minutes?
Absolutely.
Let's get James, your manager, and let's go talk at the end of the bar here.
James.
Well said. You're the manager here?
Yes, sir.
I sent 4 people in here to spy tonight. They were sitting over there till you jumped up on top of the DJ booth, standing above them, so they left to get away from you. This is your manager. He sits up on a bar. I've never seen that in 30 years.
It's my friend.
You're taking a hit for his party. He's the big shot on your money. You ever feel like a chump? Because right now you look like one.
I can change.
You can change?
Yep, 100%. I'll go all in.
All in. I've heard you use that term all night. You're full of man. I got you busted right from the beginning. Rocky, how much were the comps on him tonight?
150.
And what were the total sales?
664, that's including their comps.
So we did 500 in sales, 150 in comps for him. James is taking advantage of Brandon, and Brandon's letting him do it. He sits on a bar stool like a whip. That's why he's losing his money. You want to party and be a big shot? Do it on your own money, not his.
It's been kind of a struggle here to get anything done the right way, these two together.
I think between us, we can make this happen. Make it work.
These two, they're friends, like the biggest problem.
I'll show everybody in this bar, include Taffer. Get the camera out of my face. I'm taking responsibility for everything.
And you have that going on. You have the screaming, the crying. It happens every weekend.
Get the cameras out of here, bro. Get the cameras out of here.
Let me tell you what happened last night. I sent 4 people in here to spy. They thought their drinks tasted awful. One of them didn't think her Tanqueray and tonic was Tanqueray.
It's cheap.
And I think she's right. You're refilling these bottles, aren't you? Do you know what this is? This is a hydrometer. And this tests the proof of every alcohol behind the bar. So if a brand, which is 80 proof, if another liquor was put in that bottle, I would know it with this device. You think I found anything? Are they refilling liquor bottles, Troy? Because I know the answer. I want to hear it from you.
Yeah, it's happening.
And are we putting bar brands in call brands?
It's happening.
This bar is taking cheap bar brands and putting them in premium bottles. That's not only illegal, that's about as move you could ever do. You're not serious, this is right?
I didn't know.
Your liquor license, 24 hours gone.
There's hardly any real bottles here. It's just implied by James that it has to be done. Like, we don't have the money to do this, we don't have the money to do that. Well, we would have the money if you'd stop drinking so much and, running up $200 tabs every night.
Why'd you do it?
I thought it'd be a good way to save money.
So you didn't look at it that pouring cheap brand vodka into a premium bottle was a bad thing?
I didn't look at it that way.
He's drunk, over-serving people, giving liquor away, and he's blowing your liquor license.
I'm getting more and more disgusted as we go.
These aren't mistakes, these are choices. You have $240,000 on the line. Is he a good manager?
I would say no. We manage ourselves.
Chelsea?
No.
Wow, Brandon.
Anytime this bar didn't have change, I could bring in change. Anytime this bar...
It's awful nice of him, don't you think? Very kind of you. All you're doing is embarrassing yourself more by the minute. Every bottle you guys dump down the drain. That's the deal. Now you two gotta frickin' talk and figure out what you're gonna do.
Okay. This can't happen, bro. I'm in the negative. I'm losing money every week, and now I've lost more money. I don't know how we're gonna continue going on like this. He's right. I mean, I didn't tell you guys, but 2 months and the place is done. I just can't do it. They're gonna lose their jobs.
I'm willing to change. I'm going to get it to change.
But we've had this conversation multiple times, and nothing's changed.
Right.
You tell me you will, and then it doesn't happen.
I'm not going out like this. No way. I'm not.
You're one of my best friends, but it's my life savings. It's really all I had. I'm gonna have to make a switch.
Think about that father looking down on me and seeing that I failed, and how disappointed he would be.
This has to be fixed now.
I'm not going out like this.
I haven't been able to get in touch with James this morning or Lita. I was hoping he would be here and would have stepped up. It's just getting overwhelming. I can't take care of James forever.
Why don't you call him and tell him so?
Okay. James, you were supposed to be here. You said you were going to be here, and you're not here.
It's uncalled for, Brandon. You gotta admit.
It's not. I mean, you promised me. You said you were going to be here. You're not here.
I mean, this is bull.
James, I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. You're fired. That's what it is. You're fired.
Bull.
I'll be honest. I feel a relief.
Yeah, I mean, the drama's behind us. We don't reward the guys that don't show up. We had to move on.
In 2012, longtime friends Scott Mack and Todd Chester teamed up to buy Standing Room Only, known as SRO to the locals.
This place has been here since 1976, and this place was really being run down. I thought we could pick it up and really get it rolling. We thought, hey, let's just use our names, but we'll still entitle SRO because it's been here for so long.
Scott and Todd were now sitting on a 23-acre property that housed 2 separate bars and 4 softball fields.
Softball was ginormous here. Somewhere in the late 80s, it kind of just fizzled out. Me and Scott started talking, it'd be a great thing to try to rebuild it back up.
Right off the bat, Mac and Chester's SRO was a hit.
We were making great money. I think we did $800,000 our first year.
Although business was booming, Scott soon realized he bit off more than he could chew by getting into a partnership with Todd.
When Todd was here, he had a drink in his hand. He gave away a lot of things to his friends. Seemed like I was plugging away and he was kind of having fun.
Everybody loves to hang out with Todd. Everybody loves to buy Todd a drink, and Todd does not say no. And he usually starts all the nonsense.
Friends come in on the motorcycle. I get wrapped up in that.
It's a badass biker bar.
Bikers here are pretty disrespectful.
Frustrated that he and Todd were not playing for the same team, Scott decided he could no longer be present at the main bar.
Me and Scott are still partners under one umbrella. It's just this. We agreed I would take the main bar and the restaurant, and he would take the softball hut out there.
I strictly work outside now. I've made the fields better. We've grown the leagues a little bit.
Thank you, Larry.
Soon, Todd's antics began to affect Scott's new position at the outside bar. As Todd's friends rolled in, the players and their family rolled out.
It pisses me off that he's giving away drinks. It pisses me off that all of our profits are going down the drain.
I boycott Todd's bar because he just sits up there and drinks all day and doesn't care, doesn't give a
Now, the bar is losing $6,000 a month.
It's stressful. We have our arguments, definitely.
I worked my ass off all night. You drink and you tell me to stop?
You know what? Shut the up.
You!
If this bar closed today, the house would be gone. I still got creditors that we owe, and that's not a good feeling.
My kids are both in college. We'll just have a small house. If Todd makes some poor decisions up at his bar, my name's still attached. Who knows what can happen? I could lose everything.
Struggling to cover their bases before time runs out, Scott, Todd, and Elise have agreed to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help to Bar Rescue.
This bar makes me want to vomit.
Okay, guys, there's Todd dressed in the black directly across the bar from you. He's one of the owners of this bar.
Look at him chugging down booze at the end of the bar.
This one's the night rod. Oh, yeah.
Ready? Cheers.
They don't understand balance.
Okay, Mia, there's another bar outside. Go over there and try one of their drinks.
I am headed out to the bar that's halfway across the softball field from this bar.
So Mia, the second bar by the softball fields is run by Scott. He and his girlfriend Linda operated completely separately from the bar inside.
Okay. Do you do drinks out here?
I do. Our specialty drink is a slut hut special.
The slut hut.
So this is the Chester wrap?
Talk to me, Vic.
Oh my God, there is hair in the food. You ever have this one?
I've never had a wrap here. It looks like it's ground meat. Look at something hanging on it.
I gotta talk to you. I just want to let you know that there's hair in the food.
Super sorry, guys.
Unbelievable.
Say thank you very much. We apologize. Hope you come back. Yes. How long have you been cooking?
It is my fault.
Yes, sir.
Please help me out. Help me out.
Thanks, guys. I think I've seen enough. I want to talk to Elise. She's one of the people who called me here, and she's Todd's wife. I'm going to sit in the SUV with her and watch this bar.
Nice to meet you. Well, I'm guessing you're happy to see me, huh?
Very.
I understand there's a reputation for this bar, that the bikers can go a bit nuts.
Oh, yeah. You know, I want the people that are sitting inside, coming in with their families, to feel comfortable being here.
So I want to understand this. So there's about 60, 70 people out there now, right?
Yeah.
And there's maybe 6 bikers in there.
Yeah.
So the behavior of the 6 bikers inside will chase away the 60.
Yeah.
Who after a game would have a couple of beers, wouldn't they?
Right.
Please get the glass off the table we're about to burn.
So what's going on right now?
They're burning the picnic table.
Hey, Benji, get her going.
You're gonna have to replace that picnic table.
Yeah.
And what will that cost you?
$150, $200.
Heads up! Your husband is smiling. So he's saying, you to Scott, you to you to your family. That's what this guy is doing.
Heads up! We have people riding through.
If you see all that going on, all the smoke, whatnot, I don't want to be in the atmosphere that he's creating with that side of the bar.
Boy, come on, Chad. Come on, Chad.
What are they doing now?
Come on.
They'll do a burnout on the table.
Do it! Do it!
Yes!
I remember my free!
Who would want to bring their family or even just some of these ball players, who wants to go in there and into that mess?
You understand how this will chase people away.
Yeah.
So it's either
I
this
get
or
pissed.
your family.
Hey, you got a plate on a table here?
It's either that he accepts some responsibility or your family keeps paying the price for his irresponsibility. Well, at least you're guilty for this too.
I agree, definitely.
You need to fight for your family. This is absurd. Scott, it's good to finally meet you since I didn't get a chance to last night.
Yeah.
It's an interesting property. Did you buy it with Todd?
Yeah, we went 50-50 on it.
So now you're running the bar outside and he's running this bar.
Yeah.
You both ran both in the beginning.
Right.
And what happened?
Basically, I was building a nice little clientele there. We'd have all the bar stools full and some tables. And I knew every one of them. The softball players, they'll bring their kids, their parents will show up, and he'd interfere. That's when I got soured.
Interfere? You mean the bikers and the...
Yeah, that's what kind of cracked me on this deal. I mean, it was really a rundown place when we got it. It's not much better, but I've been plugging away at it. I went up north, got a chunk of cedar and built a table there, bar height, so they could stand at least on the deck. The next day I come in and there's a big gouge in there. They lifted a motorcycle up there and I go, really?
Last night, that's exactly what they did. They put a motorcycle up on the table, did a burnout.
Yeah, they've done it in here before. And I said, I leave, I said, you're out of your mind.
So they chase people away?
Sure. Would you want your kids walking through this bar? Would you want your mom walking through this bar?
No way.
Are you kidding me? I don't want to walk through this bar. I don't.
So you couldn't work together. So what was your resolution?
Right. Things kind of came to a head and I said, I'll take the outside. You run the bar the way you'd like it. Knock yourself out.
So as far as you're concerned, the potential of working together doesn't exist. We're way past that.
I don't trust you, no.
So you're in a tough spot.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a beat dog right now.
I hear you. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
Real pleasure meeting you.
Okay, thanks, sir.
All right.
Scott, you're so beat down by this situation, it's obvious you want nothing to do with the business up here.
Absolutely.
So, Todd, I want you to own this whole place. I'm proposing that we have a floating note between the corporation and you personally, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
A floating note has a floating monthly payment, meaning that the payment is based upon what your revenues are. And the payment goes up and down as your revenues go up and down. I'm proposing that note be for $20,000 payable at 10% of revenue every month until the $20,000 has been paid. Todd will give you a personal guarantee that 10% will be paid each month. Next, in the event the note is defaulted, you just step right in and you retain any money that was paid to date. And then upon completion of the note, you simply surrender all your stock papers and everything to Todd. What do you think?
You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I just don't want anything going between us.
Yeah, but I think this is the way not to do that.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not as many people sucking on the same lemon, too.
Exactly right. So if this property turns around in the next 6 months and he's successful, you can feel good for him, won't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, I hope he does well.
You
I
have
really
no
think I'm
resentment?
going to try and... No, I don't have resentment.
Scott and I are friends, and I want us to continue to be friends. I think Mr. Taffer's idea was the best idea for all parties involved, so it's going to be good for everybody.
In February 2023, Jason Reinke decided he wanted to purchase Hogwash Saloon, a bar he had been patronizing for years.
Me and all my buddies, we used to come in here every day, and I like the community.
To help him come up with the capital needed for the purchase, Jason turned to his friends, Paul and Kathy Cook, for help.
We've been friends for 10 or 12 years, and we have so much faith in him. He is such an honest person, the high morals.
He and Paul have gotten really close. Paul would come home sunrise from them talking at night.
We offered to loan Jason some money, and he said, well, why don't you just come in as a partners in ownership? So we thought, okay.
The friends agreed that Jason would act as managing partner, Paul and Kathy supporting him as silent partners.
Counting money and looking at the receipts and all that shit.
But Jason's lack of experience in bar management quickly caused problems for the bar.
I don't know what the I'm doing. There's a lot of moving parts in a bar, and I didn't know about all those moving parts.
I don't know where my trainer is.
The Hogwash is very outdated. We don't have a drink list. We don't have any training.
The ordering is messy. We run out of product constantly.
Making matters worse, Jason continued to act more like a patron than an owner, frequently drinking on the job.
Jason, you see him a lot of times, he's sitting here drinking a beer. It could be all day, it could be all night. When he's sitting there drinking, he's not working anymore.
He will even refuse to serve someone a drink and say, I don't work here.
And Paul and Kathy are worried about their investment and their friend.
He needs to get better organized.
He's been too busy. That's his favorite word. Have you done this yet? I've been too busy. Yeah, he was drunk. When Jason drinks, some things do fall through the cracks. I have sent him urgent emails, and I look, and they haven't been read. He does have knee-jerk reactions, and we have yet to have a paycheck or been reimbursed at all.
Starts drinking.
Yeah.
By later in the night, he is aggressive.
I did not know about this side of Jason at all before this.
And I didn't know that you guys
reaction.
both gang up on me without ever talking to me about it.
Jason, we've tried talking to you.
Okay, hey, I called you the other day. I'm in a great mood.
Drunk.
Oh my God. I called you at 10 o'clock at night. What the do you want?
To have a conversation about the bar that's not repeated 5 or 6 times.
Now, Hogwash Saloon is losing $3,000 a month, and Jason is in danger of losing both the bar and his friends.
Get off me.
I'm getting out of here.
With both the bar and their friendship on the line, Jason, Paul, and Kathy have agreed to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help. To bar rescue.
We don't have that much time left on this earth, and I'm not going to spend it being stressed.
Hogwash has 3 owners, Paul, Kathy, and Jason. Jason is the managing partner, and Paul and Kathy are his partners who are worried about him and their investment. So you're equity partners in the bar?
Yes.
And what percentage do you own?
Third.
You own a third of it, okay.
Right.
And how much money did you put up?
150.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
You worked hard for that money, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So Jason now owns 66% of it.
66, 33.
Yep. And now he comes in to run it, right?
That's the way it was
that's the way
initially
it was.
designed. He's listed in the partnership as the managing partner, 2/3.
Yeah.
And we were going to be silent partners. And we're worried now because he's real stressed and he's drinking a lot.
And he gets very antagonistic and aggressive.
So
And
he's chasing customers away?
yes.
Wow. Friendship aside, that's a really bad situation,
It's not a
correct?
good situation.
Now it's your friend. That makes it even worse. I want to do something different. Normally I do recon with my experts, but you know, tonight I want to do recon with you. And let's observe and assess the situation together.
You got it?
Sounds good.
Let me take you over.
Okay.
So here we are, here's your bar.
Yep.
So let's see, there's Jason, right?
Yeah.
Right there in the black shirt?
Yeah.
Okay. Jason's got his pitcher of beer going over there. It's early in the evening. The pitcher is already half empty.
That's probably a second.
Right, and it's probably his second pitcher. So he's a pitcher and a half in by now, you'd say?
Easily.
So Jason comes in as managing partner.
You guys have anything to eat?
We have chips.
I noticed there's no food anywhere.
We don't have a
Potato
kitchen.
chips.
We have a snacks, and that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Got it?
We got an owner who's now on his 4th glass of beer in just a few minutes that we've been sitting here talking.
Never owned a bar before. I'll sell you one. What are you drinking? Dirty Shirley? What the is that?
Notice the beer stays next to him.
Always.
The pitcher and the beer is with him always.
Have you met my Dirty Shirley? And
We got a problem here, guys. He shouldn't be drinking pitchers of beer at night. He's running a business. Is that acceptable?
Well, I don't think so.
Well, then we got to tell him so. Put friendship aside. This guy took your money. He's drinking. He's not making smart decisions. He's not doing his homework. And he burns through your money. How do you feel about that?
It's hard to separate friendship.
But if you don't, you're going to fail. This guy is running this business to the ground. You agree?
Pretty blunt terms, but yeah.
Okay. If he wasn't your friend, would you fire him?
Yes.
Okay. That's important to understand, because I'm going to say something to you both now that you're not going to like hearing. You're both enablers. You're paying for his beer. If you want him to fix his life, you have to hold him accountable. He is the manager of your investment.
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
So no more excuses, okay? Let's do it.
Oh, shit. Been a very rough week.
Okay, come.
Let's find Jason and see.
Jason. Come here, John.
Jason? Jon Taffer's here. John, this is Jason.
Hi, John.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Leave the beer over there, please.
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a seat. You know, I've just been sitting with your partners, and all they talk about is how much they love you.
Well, I tell you what, I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate you saying that.
You know what's sad? If you were sober, you would appreciate it even more. How drunk are you right now?
Probably had maybe 3 beers, 6 beers, maybe.
Okay.
Actually, probably 6.
6 beers. Your life is falling apart because of this place. And you come in here and you have another drink.
I'm never drinking when I'm at work.
You're at work now.
No, I'm not working. I'm watching, but I'm not working.
Who's the manager right now?
I am. But it's already been...
So you're the manager.
It's already been managed.
This nice woman here has a heart attack. You're drunk. And because of that drunkenness, this woman died. You didn't react quick enough. You didn't make the right decisions. Do you understand you're responsible for these people?
Yeah, it is.
You're responsible for their safety. And you're drunk.
And I understand. I understand what you just said. I'm pretty goddamn quick learner.
But not quick enough, obviously.
Well, maybe somebody needs to teach me.
Maybe somebody needs to be sober so you can be taught. I want to ask you a question. Do you love them as much as they love you?
Oh, yeah.
You take $150,000 of their money. You have not done a good job managing this business. Would you agree with that?
I'll give you about 50% on that.
Okay, I'm going to give you 100%. When you're shit-faced drunk every day in your bar, burning their money, is that 100% failure or 50% failure?
100%.
100%. Thank you. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I want to see this place. Let's take me for a quick walkthrough, okay? Let's just walk together.
Okay.
Let's go see your kitchen.
There's no kitchen.
So this was going to become a kitchen? Was that the plan?
We couldn't afford to have the kitchen.
Well, let me tell you something. I got to get your food. So I'm going to make a deal with you right now. If you promise not to have a drink while I'm here, I will buy you the kitchen equipment and I will turn this into an operating kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
Promise me.
All right, I'll promise you, I won't drink in this goddamn bar again.
Oh my gosh.
Starting right now. Dump out that pitcher, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Not a problem.
Oh, goodness. Oh, honey. Confrontation was hard to watch, but it was needed. I think having Jon come in and be so blunt in a way that we couldn't made all the difference. I hope it works. I pray it works.
In 2005, former male stripper and bodybuilder Justin Whitfield left the exotic dance scene and opened the End Zone Sports Bar and Grill.
Dancing, it's a lot of fun, but you can't rely on your looks forever. And opportunity knocked at my door. I was able to get into this bar relatively cheap, and the rest is history.
Hey, we're coming out to the End Zone tonight. Make some noise!
Curious local sports fans came to check out the new spot, and the business scored rave reviews.
Back in its heyday, the End Zone was consistently breaking $100,000 a month.
As sole owner, Justin found himself stretched too thin to keep up with the flourishing business. He brought in his longtime friend of 15 years, Sean Machado, also a former male stripper and MMA fighter, to be co-owner of the bar.
When he needed money, I sold my truck because we were so close.
Despite their long-term friendship, they don't see eye to eye on running a business.
Do some work. I feel Sean thinks this is more about a popularity contest than it is about running the bar. He lets the bartenders drink behind the bar.
Wait, can I get some bartenders that don't drink around here? Y'all got a job to do.
All I'm trying to do is run this bar and make the money. I do everything. He doesn't do that much.
Further aggravating the problem, the owner's issues have trickled down to the staff.
Okay?
Now, with all the fighting, the bar is decaying and customers are fleeing from the chaos. The End Zone has fallen more than $200,000 in debt, and the bar is near a knockout. If Justin and Sean can't iron out their differences, they stand to lose their livelihood.
The stresses of this business destroyed our friendship, and not feeling that I'm providing for my family. My kids are gonna suffer. That's not a man.
I have two small girls. It's really hard. I don't want to lose everything.
The End Zone has Justin and Sean in a chokehold, so they've agreed to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help to Bar Rescue.
So that's Justin over there. Justin is the owner who started this place. One thing to keep in mind about Justin, he's neglected his business taxes, so now the bar has a $100,000 tax lien against it.
So he's not handling anything.
Apparently not.
Did you get help, ma'am?
There's Sean. Now, Justin and Sean used to strip together. And then Justin brought Sean in as a minority partner.
Hey, you'll break it.
So there's Stephanie. Stephanie is Sean's wife. There's Dana, Justin's wife.
Kevin said there were ants in the kitchen.
I don't doubt it. I understand. There's a friction in the four of them.
Don't start.
You know, guys, something's not right here.
Taylor just told me she doesn't work for me. She works for Justin. That's what she just told me. That's the kind of I'm telling you about. I'm tired of this man.
So Taylor is loyal to Justin. She doesn't respect Sean as an owner.
What you don't understand, I own this place. Right? That's nice. So you work for me, right? You work for me?
I'm sorry, you're done talking? Can I speak now? I will not work for you. Get out of my face. You know what?
So there's Stephanie, Sean's wife, getting in.
Get out of my face. You don't even know me, bitch. I don't care. I swear to God. Assault me. Assault me. Don't talk. You don't know me. You don't even know how to talk about it.
Look at this.
Get the out of my face, please. Bring it. Call me a You're a whore.
This is a business place. Can you believe this?
It's disrespecting your guests.
Get her off of the premises now.
I'm out of business with you. I'm in business with him.
Go. Walk the away. Do not cry. He is not worried. I'm serious. Don't do that. You don't give him the satisfaction of that. He breaks every single person that comes in here.
He's crying.
Way like he's the victim.
You fucking disrespect my wife.
You should have stepped up and got Taylor out of here right when she did that to my wife. You don't respect me.
God,
you took my money and
let me tell you something, dude.
This is down the you.
This place is down because I brought you on.
Really? What the are you talking about?
These guys are horrific. It's getting worse by the second.
I take care of this place. Financially assault me. Financially assault me. That was before I got here.
You want the bad side of me? You're not gonna get it, you
chill the out.
Swear to God, go.
Look at this. How the do I walk into this?
Ridiculous little prick.
For him to sit there and say Sean made the business come down, that's Justin had just as much. Just as much. Just go.
No.
all right, man? No, he's a piece of bro.
This is the problem with the bar. He's always got to be the one that all the workers like. But when it comes to work, it's me who takes care of everything.
How did I give this guy money? I thought he was my friend.
Sean, the second you two are out of this bar, every single person is behind y'all.
Keanu was out there going, Sean, you see everybody's out here with you. Nobody's on their side.
I'm on your side.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I think I'm gonna let these hotheads cool down, and I'll come back tomorrow. This bar is $200,000 in debt, correct?
Yes, sir.
How much you losing a month?
$3,000.
And we have a tax situation. He's gonna run out of money. I got partners that are each other's throats, and if I don't fix this partnership and pull you guys together, we are gonna fail. I can't fix it. What happened last night?
When she yelled at my wife, what did you do?
Your wife called her a whore first.
No, absolutely not.
That's the way I heard it.
She called me she pushed me.
I just know what I remember seeing.
It doesn't matter. When she said she doesn't work for me right here, that she works for you, you should have grabbed her.
Yeah, whatever. Oh my God, dude.
You don't have my back. You took my money and me.
I don't nobody.
I became involved with this business because Justin needed a partner.
I met him at a damn restaurant and handed him $8,000 from the bank. I didn't hesitate when he called me. I gave it to him. That's what friends do. And he immediately said, you're automatically 15% owner.
Did you say that?
Yes.
But meanwhile, where's the paperwork at? I'm still not an owner. And now there's a tax lien.
Why are you so worried? I'm gonna pay it. You're not the ones paying it.
That's not a fair statement. It does matter.
But
right?
as a friend, that's why I haven't put him on the paperwork. I could have easily put him on the paperwork and said, we're in this together.
I disagree with you. A friend gives him his paperwork and a separate indemnification letter that protects him from that debt.
I was unaware of that.
If you wanted to be aware of it, you would have been. All you had to do was ask a lawyer. Can you bring a lawyer in here tomorrow to do the partnership papers? Is it something you want to do?
Yes. I called my attorney, which I should have done sooner, and I got him out here to get the paperwork taken care of. I'm tired of Sean and I being at each other's throats, and hopefully we can move forward and not have all this negativity dragging us down anymore.
I've got the agreement here. Justin talked to me about putting it together. In essence, what it does is it speaks to the money that you've already invested.
Yes.
Based on that, you're going to get a certain interest in the business.
Yes, sir.
And in this contract, you're not responsible for those prior taxes.
So you're comfortable with that?
Yes, sir.
Great, and you're comfortable with that as
well?
Yes. Well, and there it is in writing. Did he do what you needed him to do?
Yes, sir.
You know, I am sorry for anything that I've ever done wrong to you, or if you even feel that I did something wrong. It wasn't my intention.
I'm sorry for the way that we treat each other. Paperwork doesn't mean that much except to keep us safe, but our friendship means a lot. I just want you to know that.
This has been a good meeting. Remember before I challenged your integrity? You proved yourself, man.
Thank you, John.
I'm very happy he came through this time. Fresh start, fresh friendship, fresh partner.
Oh. Hi, this is Jon Taffer. Click here to subscribe to Paramount Network on YouTube for more Bar Rescue.